Money is like a game, and most people never learn the rules. Schools teach math and history, but not how to budget or invest. That's why so many people work hard and still live paycheck to paycheck. If you don't understand money, you will always feel like you're chasing it. But once you see money as a tool, not the goal, you can finally start using it to build freedom, security, and opportunity. The first golden rule of finance is, pay yourself first. That means before you spend on rent, food, or entertainment, you save a piece of your income. Think of it as paying your future self. Even 10% of your income makes a huge difference over time. Because if you don't save first, there will never be extra money left at the end of the month. One simple system to manage your money is the 50-30-20 rule. Spend 50% on needs, 30% on wants, and 20% on savings and investments. This keeps your life balanced. You're not cutting out fun completely, but you're also building a future. Without a rule like this, people tend to overspend on wants and forget about savings until it's too late. Another key principle: learn the difference between assets and liabilities. Assets put money in your pocket, like stocks, rental property, or a business. Liabilities take money out, like debt, car loans, or unnecessary expenses. Rich people focus on buying assets. Most others pile up liabilities, thinking they're assets. For example, an expensive car looks impressive but drains your wallet every single month. Why do people spend money they don't have on things they don't need? Psychology. Swiping a credit card gives a quick dopamine hit. But the debt lingers for years. This is why discipline matters more than income. If you can control your impulses, you can control your money. Before buying something, ask, do I need this, or do I just want it now? Let's talk about common money mistakes. First, living without a budget. If you don't track your money, it disappears. Second, credit card debt. High interest kills your wealth. Third, lifestyle inflation. When your income rises, your expenses rise too. And fourth, not having an emergency fund. One car repair or hospital bill can throw you back into debt. An emergency fund is your financial safety net. Aim for 3 to 6 months of living expenses in a simple savings account. This money is not for vacations or shopping, it's for job loss, medical bills, or unexpected expenses. Without it, you'll rely on debt the moment something goes wrong, and that cycle keeps people broke. Here's the truth: wealth is not built overnight. It's built through habits. Saving $5 a day may seem pointless, but over years it compounds into thousands, and if invested, even tens of thousands. Small, consistent actions win. So to recap, money is a tool, not the goal. Pay yourself first. Follow the 50-30-20 rule. Buy assets, not liabilities. Avoid debt traps. And build an emergency fund. Saving money is not about being cheap. It's about buying freedom. Every dollar saved today buys you time and options tomorrow. Think of saving as purchasing opportunities. When you have money set aside, you can say yes to opportunities and no to things that don't serve you. Without savings, you're trapped living paycheck to paycheck, constantly stressed and reactive. The golden principle of saving is simple: pay yourself first. That means the moment money enters your account, you immediately move a portion into savings before you pay bills or buy anything. If you wait until the end of the month, there will almost never be money left. But when you save first, you adjust your lifestyle to what remains. So how much should you save? A simple target is at least 20% of your income. If that feels impossible, start smaller. Even 5% is better than nothing. The habit is more important than the amount in the beginning. Over time, as your income grows, you can increase your savings rate. Many wealthy people save 30 to 50% of their income. Let's talk about budgeting. A budget is not about restrictions, it's about clarity. Without a budget, your money disappears and you have no idea where it went. A good budget shows exactly how much you can spend on needs, wants, and savings. It's like having a roadmap. Without it, you're just driving aimlessly, hoping you'll arrive at your destination. One practical method is the envelope system. Divide your spending categories: groceries, rent, transportation, entertainment, and assign a fixed amount to each. Traditionally, people used physical envelopes with cash. Today, you can do it digitally using apps or separate bank accounts. Once the envelope is empty, you stop spending. It forces discipline and awareness. Another modern tool is a zero-based budget. In this system, every single dollar of income has a purpose. Nothing is left floating. If you earn $3,000, you assign all $3,000 to categories: needs, wants, savings, debt repayment, investments. The goal is not to overspend and not to let money sit idle. This method gives you full control and makes every dollar work. Budgeting also protects you from lifestyle inflation. When people earn more, they often spend more, buying bigger cars, bigger homes, more gadgets. Suddenly, the raise that was supposed to improve their life vanishes. But with a budget, you lock in your savings rate and prevent your lifestyle from consuming your progress. Here's another tip: automate everything. Set up automatic transfers so that savings and investments happen without willpower. If you have to manually move money each month, chances are you'll forget or skip it. Automation ensures that good financial habits happen even when you're busy or tired. And finally, track your progress. Saving and budgeting only feel real when you can see results. Use an app or even a notebook to record your savings growth each month. Watching your emergency fund or investment account grow is motivating. It transforms saving from a sacrifice into a game where you get to watch your score increase over time. If you only rely on a salary, you will never become wealthy. A single income stream is fragile. If you lose your job, your income disappears overnight. Wealthy people think differently. They build multiple streams of income so that if one dries up, the others keep flowing. The good news is that in today's world, creating extra income has never been easier. Technology, the internet, and global connectivity have opened endless opportunities. Let's start with freelancing. Millions of people earn extra money by offering skills online. Websites like Upwork, Fiverr, and Freelancer allow you to sell services ranging from graphic design to writing, programming, video editing, and even virtual assistants. You don't need a fancy degree. You just need to solve problems for others. Even a few hours a week can add hundreds of dollars a month to your income. Over time, that side hustle can grow into a full-time career. Another option is the gig economy. Driving for rideshare companies, delivering food, or renting out extra space on Airbnb can bring in extra cash. While these jobs are not always glamorous, they provide flexibility and immediate income. The key is to use that money wisely, not just for extra spending, but to save and invest. Digital products are one of the most powerful ways to earn passive income today. Think about ebooks, online courses, stock photos, or templates. You create them once and sell them over and over again. For example, an online course teaching English, coding, or cooking can bring in money while you sleep. Platforms like Udemy, Gumroad, or even YouTube make distribution simple. Content creation is another modern goldmine. Millions of people are building audiences on YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram, then monetizing with ads, sponsorships, and products. At first, you may earn little, but over time your content becomes an asset. Each video or post has the potential to reach thousands, even millions, and generate long-term income. Let's not forget e-commerce. Selling products online, whether through Amazon, Shopify, or Etsy, has exploded. You don't even need to hold inventory anymore thanks to dropshipping and print-on-demand services. You can start with minimal investment and scale up once you see demand. Side hustles are not just about more money. They are about freedom. They give you control, options, and security. They allow you to test business ideas without risking your main income. And if you're disciplined enough to save or invest that extra money, it can accelerate your journey to financial independence dramatically. Saving money is important, but saving alone will never make you wealthy. Inflation is constantly eroding the value of your cash. Even if you save diligently, the money in your bank account loses purchasing power every single year. That's why investing is essential. Investing allows your money to grow, not just sit. The earlier you start, the more powerful the results. This is because of compound interest, the most powerful force in finance. Imagine you invest $5,000 today at 10% annual growth. After 1 year, you earn $500. The next year, you earn not just on your initial $5,000, but also on the $500 in interest. Over decades, that growth becomes exponential. After 30 years, your $5,000 grows into more than $80,000. That's the power of compounding. Stocks are one of the most common investment vehicles. When you buy a stock, you own a small piece of a company. If the company grows, your piece becomes more valuable. Some companies also pay dividends, which means they share a portion of profits with shareholders. Over time, the stock market has consistently grown, despite short-term ups and downs. If individual stocks feel risky, there are safer ways to invest. Exchange-traded funds, or ETFs, allow you to own hundreds of companies in a single investment. Instead of betting on one stock, you spread the risk across an entire index like the S&P 500. Historically, these funds provide steady growth and are perfect for beginners. Bonds are another tool. When you buy a bond, you're lending money to a government or company in exchange for interest. Bonds are generally safer than stocks but provide lower returns. They can be a stabilizing force in your portfolio, especially during economic downturns. Real estate is another powerful way to build wealth. Buying a property to rent out generates monthly income, while the value of the property can also increase over time. Of course, real estate requires more capital upfront and comes with responsibilities like maintenance, but it can be an incredible long-term asset. There are also REITs, real estate investment trusts. These allow you to invest in real estate without owning physical property. REITs are traded on stock exchanges, so you can buy and sell them just like stocks. In the modern world, there are also alternative investments. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum have captured global attention. They are highly volatile, meaning they can grow fast but also crash dramatically. For most investors, crypto should be a very small part of the portfolio, a speculative bet, not the core of your wealth. Another alternative is investing in your own business. Starting and growing a business can create massive wealth, but it comes with high risk and effort. The difference between a failed and a successful business often comes down to knowledge, persistence, and timing. When building an investment portfolio, diversification is key. Don't put all your money into one stock, one property, or one asset class. Spread your investments across different areas: stocks, bonds, real estate, and maybe some alternatives. Diversification doesn't eliminate risk, but it reduces the chance of losing everything if one sector fails. Risk tolerance is another factor. If you're young, you can take on more risk because you have decades to recover from losses. If you're close to retirement, protecting your capital becomes more important than chasing high returns. Many beginners wonder, how do I actually start? The answer is simple: start small. You don't need thousands of dollars. Today, apps allow you to invest with as little as $10 or $20. The most important thing is consistency. Even $100 a month, invested consistently, can grow into hundreds of thousands over a lifetime. Dollar cost averaging is a strategy that works well for most people. Instead of trying to time the market, you invest a fixed amount at regular intervals, no matter what the market is doing. Sometimes you buy at high prices, sometimes at low, but over time you average out and reduce risk. Never invest money you can afford to lose. This is especially true for risky assets like crypto or speculative stocks. First, build your emergency fund. Then, pay off high-interest debt. Only then should you invest. And finally, always keep learning. Markets change, new opportunities arise, and the world evolves. The people who stay informed adapt and thrive. The people who don't, fall behind. Investing is not a one-time action, it's a lifelong journey. Money itself is not the final goal. The true goal is freedom. Financial freedom means you have enough income from your assets, investments, businesses, or passive sources, to cover your living expenses without depending on a job. At that point, you can choose how to spend your time. You may keep working, start a passion project, or simply enjoy more time with your family. The key is that the choice is yours, not dictated by money. The concept of FIRE, financial independence, retire early, has become popular worldwide. It's built on a simple principle: spend less, save aggressively, invest wisely, and reach independence decades earlier than the traditional retirement age. Some people achieve this in their 30s or 40s by saving 50% or more of their income. Others may take longer, but the result is the same: freedom from financial stress. Reaching financial freedom requires discipline. It's not about luck or secret formulas. It's about consistently living below your means, investing wisely, and avoiding debt traps. Small sacrifices today, driving a modest car, cooking at home, delaying luxury purchases, can translate into years of freedom later. But financial freedom is not only about money. It's also about mindset. Many people earn high incomes yet still live in financial slavery because they spend everything they make. Others with modest incomes achieve peace of mind because they live intentionally and focus on building assets. Freedom begins in the mind before it shows up in the bank account. To move toward financial freedom, you need a clear strategy. First, calculate your monthly expenses. Then multiply that by 300. This is known as the 25x rule. If your investments equal 25 times your yearly expenses, you can typically live off the returns without running out of money. For example, if you spend $30,000 per year, you'll need about $750,000 invested to reach independence. Next, focus on building multiple streams of passive income. Dividends from stocks, rental income from real estate, royalties from books or digital products, or profits from a small business can all contribute. The more diversified your income, the more secure your freedom will be. Don't underestimate the power of habits in this process. Track your spending, save consistently, and reinvest your earnings. Over years, these small actions compound into life-changing results. Remember, wealth is built slowly, then suddenly. It feels slow at first, but momentum builds, and one day you realize you've reached independence. Finally, remember why you're chasing financial freedom. It's not just about numbers in an account. It's about reducing stress, creating choices, and living life on your own terms. It's about giving your family security, supporting causes you believe in, and spending your time as you choose. So as we close this journey, let's recap: learn the basics, save and budget, build extra income, invest wisely, and aim for independence. If you follow these steps with patience and discipline, financial freedom is not just a dream, it's a destination you can reach. And the best time to start was yesterday. The second best time